Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, as you can see, Makeup by Brittany Monique. And today is a part 2 video of my worst experiences when it comes to online dating. So this is a part 2, basically is a continuation from my last video. I'll be sure to leave the link in the description box so you guys can go ahead and check that out. And basically just tell you guys my at least my top 3 worst dating experiences. Okay. So there's this guy one time that I met in my early 20s. Say his name was, I don't know, Shane. Okay, I'm making up a name. So I met this guy named Shane, and we started talking. Again, asked some basic questions, blah blah blah. Where are you from? He says from Guyana. From Guyana. What area do you live in? Do you have any kids? He says, no, I don't have any kids, blah, blah, blah. Okay, still talked. End up making plans to meet up. And what happened was we were supposed to meet up at a station at the time. It had a different name. It was called Downsview Station. So he said he was going to pick me up there. Don't remember what time. So say like we were supposed to meet up for 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock at Downsview Station. So I'm like, all right, cool. The day came. 7 o'clock came. I'm at Downsview Station. He's not there. So I'm like, oh, okay. Look, give him a few minutes or whatever. I'm waiting 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 7:45 comes. I think he contacted me and he said, hey, I'm here. I'm like, what do you mean you're here? I'm like, well, where are you? Because I had asked him what car he was driving, so I know like what car to go to. He said, yeah, I'm here. He's like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I thought I was at Downsview. And I'm just like, how the hell do you not know what station you're at? These stations look completely different from each other. And there's signs. Why did you, like, how could you not tell? So he's like, I'm so sorry, like, Brittany, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. So he finally arrived. I was irritated because I'm just like, what the hell? But he kept on apologizing and apologizing. So one thing that I do, that I still do to this day is if I go on a date with a guy and I go into a car, like, yeah, I go into his car, whatever, but, I'm talking to him, but I tried to make it not seem noticeable that I'm trying to look around just to be aware of my surroundings. This time I noticed that there was a car seat, a baby car seat in the back of the car. So I said, oh, whose car seat is that? And he said, oh, it's my cousin's child, because he said that he was living with his cousin. And he said, yeah, it's my cousin's child. So, and he was using his cousin's car. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay. So then we went downtown, went to a restaurant. I actually had a really good time. I was actually surprised. Just the way how it started off and the way how it ended. I was happy that it ended on a good note. Shit hit the fan. So so not too long after his birthday that I was supposed to go to and didn't, I had messaged him and I was like, I can't remember word for word, but basically I'm pretty sure it was just like a hey, what's up? Or hey, good morning, how are you doing? Blah blah blah. So I get a message back from the phone. Oh, this is not Shane, he's not around here. It's his baby mother. I was like, hold up, what? But wasn't this the same dude who said he had no kids? So I was like, what the hell? So I messaged her. So I messaged Shane's phone and I asked him, like, can I talk to you? Can I, like, and then she's like, yeah, sure. So we're on the phone chatting. And then she said, like, basically, listen, like, I'm not trying to make it seem like that I'm being bitter or anything like that. I'm not trying to get with him. That's just to bother my child. We are not like that. But there's some things that I would like to know. So I said, okay, well, first off, I just want to let you know, I did not know that he had a kid. She said, what? I was like, yeah. I asked him if he had a kid, and he said, no, I don't have a kid. So I'm just shocked that to know that he even has a child. Obviously, she was pissed off about that because it's like who does that? Like, who lies about not having any kids? You get what I'm saying? She's asking me, he's like, how long have you guys been talking for? And I said, like, it's only been a few weeks. And she said, okay, well, I'm just curious. Did you guys meet up on this day around this time? And I said, yeah, we did. And when she asked me the day and the time, it was when we went on our first date. And she's like, okay, and how did you guys meet up? Like, did he pick you up in a car? And I said, yeah. Like, well, what kind of car was it, if you mind me asking? And I said, I remembered it was a Nissan Rouge, and I believe it was like a black or gray. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yes, like, that was my car. And I'm like, what? I was like, hold up. That was your car? She's like, yeah. I was like, hold up. So that explains why there was a baby car seat in the back. She's like, yes, there was a baby car seat in the back. I'm like, oh my gosh. Tell me why he told me that it was his cousin's kid. She's like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, yo, she was pissed. She's like, why? It's like, I told this man how many times, do not pick up girls in my car. If you want to go out with girls, fine, go do that. But don't be picking up girls in my damn car. So after all that was said, she was respectful. There was nothing bad or anything like that. Like, she was respectful. We got certain information from each other. I was thankful to even know the fact that this man lied. Like, I was thankful that I knew that he lied about a piece of information that's very important. And I'm glad that I was able to clear up some things on her end, because that's disrespectful. Like, so this is the second last one. I believe this happened like, how long ago? Probably, yeah, I can't remember. All I know is last year. And there was this guy, I remember his name was Mario, off of Tinder. And we started talking. Things were going well. Like, we were talking. I remember our first conversation, we were on the phone for like 5 hours. It was like, stuff like that happens. Like, okay, I have a good feeling about this. Okay, we're supposed to meet up on a Sunday, and I remembered. So I think we started we started talking on a Sunday or a Monday, and then as the week is going, and during the week we had made plans to meet up the Sunday after that. So from Sunday to Thursday, everything was good. Talking consistently, messaging each other consistently, and all that. Friday comes now, and I did not hear from him all day. One of the things that I knew about him was that he was originally from Florida, or he's originally from the States, but he lived in Florida. I don't know if he was married once or never married. And he has a child, and co-parenting was very well, and how the mother of his child is married to a husband, and, the husband's amazing and things are good, and, they all have a great relationship, and, things are good. And that he was in Toronto, or outside of Toronto, and it was for a job opportunity, which he was there for a year. And that the mother of his child had traveled up to Canada to bring the daughter, so the daughter could spend some time before, I think it was like right before back to school. Yeah, right, like literally like right before back to school. So, basically, what happened? It was right before back to school, so they spent some time and everything. So, and then Saturday came, and I messaged him and said, hey, good morning. Did not get a message from him till like late in the evening, saying that, oh, hey, I'm sorry that you weren't able to get to me. Is because I had to go to, I don't know if it was Buffalo or someplace or Pennsylvania, I can't remember, to deal with some like work visa papers for Canada or something like that. So I didn't even bother asking him a bunch of questions. 'Cause I'm like, I don't even know anything about that, like how that whole thing works. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. If anything else fishy comes up, then I'll know to walk away. Now Sunday, this is a day that him and I were supposed to meet. I get a message from him saying, no, not morning. It wasn't the morning. I think it was like afternoon. I said, hey, are we still meeting up? A few hours later passed, and he messaged me and he's like, hey, Brittany, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. I'm actually still with the mother of my child because we're going over some things for our daughter for back to school. So then Monday came. I think I messaged him or he messaged me, but it was just like one time for the whole day. So then Tuesday came and I messaged him and I didn't get like a message back, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And the thing is also to mention, him and I were following each other on Instagram. So something clicked. I'm like, you know what? Let me go to his Instagram. Tell me why. Because I was still able to check his message or check him on Instagram up to Monday. But when Tuesday came and I checked, he is nowhere to be found. I'm like, that's odd. I have 2 pages on Instagram, or 2 accounts on Instagram. I have my personal and I have my personal and I have my makeup. I was following him on my personal, which you can follow me at BWilliams_89. And I have my makeup page, which is at Makeup by Brittany Monique. I follow him on my personal, but I never followed him on my professional page. So I was like, you know what? Let me go on my makeup account and search up his name and see if I can find it. Lo and behold, his name popped up real quick. So I'm like, okay. So this guy literally blocked me. So I did a little digging because, you know, as women, we are FBIs. We know how to do our research. So I'm like, you know, let me go through some of his like recent pics, because all of his pictures that he has are of himself, and then he has a few pictures of him and his daughter. So I'm going through his some of his pics just to see like if I see any like interesting comments that may lead or may hint to something, you know. I didn't see anything. So then I go through his followers. He only has like, I think 400 some followers, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just go through like at least maybe 4 or 5 just to see if they have some kind of like relations where it just shows something that is like, bam, I found it. Now I know why. Until I went to this 4th one. So I saw this page, like I saw this name. I'm like, okay, let me click on it. Something told me. I click on it. What's the first thing I see? The most recent picture that this person had posted was a picture of him and her. Of him and her. And the picture was taken in Brampton. Where I'm just like, huh? I was like, oh, so this guy was in Brampton. Okay, so first of all, this guy is legit. Like this, he looked exactly how I imagined. And this guy was in Brampton, so this guy's definitely in Canada. He's not BSing me. And the thing is, they were at some like escape room place in Brampton, and they were holding like these kind of like these cut up boards with like quotes and stuff. And that was related to the escape room that they were at. But the thing is, I'm looking closer to the picture and notice that this woman has a ring on. So I'm like, hold up, a wedding ring. And then when I looked at his hand, the way how he's holding the board, thankfully I was able to see both hands. And guess what? The man also had a wedding band on. Like, hold the freaking door. The man is married. Found out that basically, and I believe the And oh, and here's the thing. I was trying to see if she had any pictures of their daughter, but she didn't have any pictures of the daughter. But the thing is, I know for a fact that that is the mother of his child. And the reason why I say that is because the daughter looked exactly like her. Like, she looks like her dad, but she has the complexion of her mother. And not only that, the daughter, she has like a long face. Her mother also has a long face. Like, similar features. Like, it was no doubt that that was his wife. Turns out that you guys went out on the same day when him and I were supposed to go out, and he used his daughter as an excuse of why him and I could not go out anymore. So I don't know. To me, I think probably what happened was maybe the wife had somehow found out maybe about us, or who knows. Maybe he was involved with other girls and she found out, and he just blocked all, or just maybe me, from even getting in contact with him. So yeah, there was just like, I was just I was just I just couldn't believe it. But at the same time, it was just like, sorry, but at the same time, I was just like, honestly, I was so happy the fact that I went with my gut instinct and just went and did some research. Because honestly, like, I could have just left it as is. I could have. But I just thought, no, something's just not right. I need to find out. I need to find out something. Now, the grand finale. This one was something else. This guy, also in 2019, we started talking, things were going well and everything. And I remembered that same week we had made plans to meet up. Saturday came, we're talking, and we're like, hey, why don't we try to meet up today if you're free? And he said, well, I'm babysitting my nephews right now. If I'm free later on, I'll definitely let you know. We weren't able to meet up that day. So I was like, yeah, it's cool, no problem. So Sunday came, the day we were supposed to meet up, and I think I had called him. Yeah, I think I had called him, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Didn't hear nothing. Hours passed. I'm just like, oh my gosh, please don't let this whole thing happen again. Like, I'm not trying to do this now. And then I messaged him again, and I said, hey, like, I'm really starting to think that you're a catfish. So listen, if you're not planning to meet up with me, leave it at that. Like, just say so, and I'll go on about my day. So then, literally, like, not even like 20, 30 minutes past, this guy calls me or message me, and he's like, oh, stop this, it's not that, blah 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 blah. So I called him, and he's like, hey, it's like, I'm so sorry, just this morning I've been busy helping my mom out with some stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, but we're definitely gonna meet later on today. So I was like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, I'm just out with my sister. I have to drop her off, and then yeah, we'll meet up at this time. So I was like, all right, cool. So later, some time passed. Before meeting up with him, I had to go over to my sister's house to drop off something. So after that, I went straight to meet up with him. Now, so now, what happened? So I'm on my way there, and as I reach halfway there, I realize that I'm gonna be running late. So I give him a heads up and say, hey, just so you know, I'm gonna be running late. Can we meet up an extra half an hour at the time we were supposed to meet up? Because I think we were supposed to meet up for 8:30. I said, can we meet up for 9? And I sent it to him on his WhatsApp, and we already know on WhatsApp there's ways of finding out or being able to know if someone have read the message, or if they have not received the message and stuff like that. So I sent him a message, didn't get anything. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna contact him again when I arrive there. So once I finally arrived, we were supposed to meet up at a mall called Fairview Mall. I called him, went straight to his voicemail. So I'm like, okay, that's odd. So I called him again, went straight to voicemail. I was just like, really? So when I had called him, that second time, and I went straight to voicemail, I left a message, and I said, hey, just letting you know, I'm here. This is a spot that I'm waiting at. If you're not here by 9:30, I'm out. I'm leaving. So after I left that voicemail, something told me to go over to a payphone booth. So I went over to the payphone booth just to see if maybe like if he's gonna pick up from a different number. I called from a payphone. It went straight to voicemail. I'm like, I was like, what the hell is going on here now? So I go on Tinder. This guy, yeah, and I go on Tinder because that's how I met him. Go on Tinder, and no. First, I went on WhatsApp to message him to say what the hell is going on. But here's the funny thing: when I went on WhatsApp, I realized his profile picture was no longer showing. Like, hold on, wait, his picture's not there. Did this guy block me? Go onto Tinder to see if I could find his account. The guy unmatched me. He unmatched me. Do you know how livid I was? I'm like, hold up. So this guy wasted my time this whole effing time. He wasted my time this whole effing time. And then out of nowhere, I hear beep beep. I hear someone honk the horn. And then I turn around and from afar, it looked like it was him in the car. I'm like, oh, he actually showed up. I go up to the car, about to open the door. Person wind down the window and they say, hey, are you Laura? I'm like, huh? Didn't even realize I was a freaking Uber driver. I'm just like, wow. Yo, you don't understand. I was so cheesed. I was so cheesed. Like, oh my God. I can't believe this happened. But it doesn't stop there though. It doesn't stop there. About like a month and a half later, I get a random message on WhatsApp. Don't know who this person is. Turns out it was him. And he explained that, well, first off, apologized for what had happened. And he said that he had lost his phone the day of when him and I were supposed to meet, when he had dropped off his sister. And he said that he lost his phone and had to get a new phone, and it took how long for him to get his iCloud. I'm not familiar with iPhones because I'm an Android person. And yeah, so he said it took him how long to get his iCloud and finally get his contact, and he said that he wanted to message me. He also mentioned that, you know, if you don't want to talk to me, I completely understand. I just want to like apologize to you and I wish you the best of luck. So I'm thinking, okay, that's odd, because if things were going so well between you and this had happened and you messaged me, you would think that, or I would think, maybe shoot your shot again and say, please, you know, I would love for you to give me a chance. I'll make it up to you. I'm really sorry for what happened. Let's see if we can continue off from where we first had left off. So I talked to him on the phone, and I was like, yeah, well, I honestly thought that you were a catfish. So we FaceTimed twice that night, and it turned out to be him. So I'm just like, okay, so maybe this guy's actually being for real, because I understand sometimes the most weirdest things can happen at the worst time. And it's not a lie. It's not a lie. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but also move a bit smarter. So, he said that he would love to see me and all that. And I was like, all right, cool. So the day of the date comes, message him in the morning, didn't hear anything from him. So I'm like, okay. Message him again, I think around 3. And I said, hey, are we still meeting up? And he said, yeah, we're meeting up. We're definitely meeting up. For sure. So then 4:30, so I think 4:30 comes, and I messaged him and I said, hey, so I'm just letting you know I'm going to be leaving at this time. And he did not message. No, he didn't open the message at all on WhatsApp. And this guy, he even had his profile picture and everything. So yeah. So I messaged him saying I'm gonna be leaving at this time. He didn't open the message. So then I checked my phone. As soon as I clocked out of work, I checked my phone and realized that he still had a message. So, or even open the message. So I think like some minutes passed or something like that, or something like that. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me hit him up because I'm like, I'm not trying to do this right now. So, what happened? So then, right when I went, like literally, as soon as I went on WhatsApp and I was about to message him, I tapped on his contact. You see the messages and everything. It shows online. He literally just went online, and it showed that he literally just opened my message. I kid you not. Within less than 2 and 3 seconds, showed up online, opened the message, his picture disappeared. I'm not kidding. His picture disappeared. I was just like, are you serious? I was like, okay, all right. I did not even bother. I'm like, yeah, you're a weirdo. I blocked him from my phone, I believe, and my WhatsApp. I was like, yeah, no, there's something wrong with you, bro. But yeah, so those are my worst online dating experiences. Guys, I hope none of you guys ever experienced stuff that I've ever experienced. And, you know, it shit happens. Shit happens. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. I hope it don't scare any of you from doing online dating. Yeah. It's something else. Make sure you watch my last video of the intro of online dating. Again, link is in the description box, and I'll see you guys soon.